Welcome back to Movie Trailer Reviews on the MTR Network. This is your host, Kriss, here with my other host, co-host, reviewer, Brandon, Phenom Black, host of Where's My 40 Acres and all the Where's My 40 Acres Network and everything that's on over there. We're here to review two movies, and actually, he's going to do most of the reviewing because I did not see this movie or the next one we're going to review. It is I Do Until I Don't. It is directed by Lake Bell, and the writer is also Lake Bell, and it also stars Lake Bell, Ed Helms, and Mary Steinberg version. An ensemble comedy about the meaning of matrimony. That's all it says on IMDb. Phenom, take it away.
Yeah, it's that description is a little lacking. So yeah, as Chris pointed out, it is directed by Lake Bell. It's written by Lake Bell. I'm not sure if this is her first movie. I feel like her first movie was the independent film she did where she wanted to be the voice that does the movie trailers
Are you talking?
narration. I
So are you
believe
talking
it
about
was
like
called
her?
In the World.
Are you talking about her first directing film or her
I
first?
feel like that her first directing one. Like I thought that was her film too.
Which one?
In a World, I believe
Yeah,
is what it was
she
called.
did do Inner World, and she had two short films before then. So, and
Okay.
Inner World was in 2013.
Yeah, and Lake Bell is one of these faces that you'll see in films. She's a comedian. She's in Wet Hot American Summer on Netflix. She's the hippie chick with the blonde hair that the other guys, the dude, the weird goofy dude is attracted to, and she's just leading him on the whole time. So her comedy is a bit wavy, right? In this film, pretty much, it is a very basic story. There is a woman named, I want to find her name actually here, but she's not really coming up. And I don't know why.
There's not. There's
She's one of
Fanny.
the characters.
There's Fanny. There's Vivian Lynn.
Dolly Wells, I think, is Dolly Wells. So
So
Dolly
Vivian, yeah.
Wells plays Vivian, and Vivian is this documentary person, right? She does these seminars, she does events where she basically is like doing teaching classes to people about their life and how they should be living their life versus what they're really doing with their life. She's one of those uh get your shit together, how to be a better person fucking people that you pay to come talk to groups. And she has this following and she won awards for her first documentary in this film, yada yada yada. Point being that she is now focused on a documentary called I Do Until I Don't, and it's about how marriage is a pointless system and how most people get married and they end up falling apart. In the documentary, she ends up getting three couples to participate. One couple is a young couple, very hippie, very out there. They're in all grassroots type shit. You know, they make their own candles. They live in a fucking barn house. They ride tractors as their main vehicle. That couple is played by Wyatt Cenac and Amber Heard. Then there's a couple that's been together for a very long time and they're kind of working on having a baby. That couple is Lake Bell and Ed Helms. And then there's an older couple, and the older couple is Paul Reiser and Mary Steenburgen. And Mary Steenburgen is in like everything right now. She's the mother in Step Brothers. She's always playing in some shit. Essentially, it is just about Vivian trying to work with these dysfunction. Well, she's working with these three couples. The hippie couple pretty much understands themselves, but they are viewed as being open and reckless. Um, Lake Bell's whole relationship with her husband is just full of discommunication and dysfunction. You know, Ed Helms has got a failing business. Lake Bell is kind of just lost, period. She really is like this just stuck in limbo housewife. Mary Steinberger and Paul Reiser are a couple that's been together forever and they just fucking fight. They fight about everything. He buys motorcycles, she gets pissed at him for it. She talks a lot of shit. Most of these couples end up doing this documentary because they're getting paid, except Lake Bell, because she is actually a fan of Vivian. The whole time, Vivian is setting these people up for failure. And these people are setting themselves up for failure themselves. So it's a weird little dry comedy that kind of forces these people to take a look at themselves. It is 220% indie in the whole feel of it, even to the point of the way it's shot. Because for a while, Ash and I watched this and we couldn't figure out what fucking year it was supposed to be. Because Lake Bell's character lives in a house that has shag carpet everywhere, even the bathroom, and old wallpaper and old dated furniture.
So do they find out? Do
And
they tell you what year it is?
so look, so her sister shows up, and her sister is fucking hippie too, right? Like looks like a 1960s, 70s hippie. And even when they show footage of Vivian's documentary stuff that's shot, it looks old. It looks like she shot it on a VHS camera and shit. Then you see 2014 vehicles in the background driving around the city, and somebody uses a cell phone, and you're like, oh, they're just trapped in a time vault.
You know what this reminds me of? You know what this reminds me of? It reminds me of, like, I watch, again, I always like plugging this shit. I watch a lot of ID channel. And what they'll do is they'll do reenactments of some of the crime scenes. So I remember there's one where this chick met this older white guy and ended up killing him. And they were talking about how he had these sports cars and all this stuff. And so in the reenactment, they're showing like a 2014, Corvette, and he's, it's modern day. Man, when they show you actual photos of the scene, though, it's like supposed to be like 1970 because he's got like it's like an old Corvette, and I'm like, wait a minute. So you guys have me thinking that it's this time. That's what this sounds like. It sounds like somebody did. They didn't bother to when they did the reenactment to do the reenactment with the way it's supposed to show up on screen. So yeah,
it really is a film where you're watching these actors play normal people. And I know that sounds like, well, every film is like that. No, it really looks like you're watching a documentary of somebody's life being recorded. And none of these people are actors. They don't have the vivaciousness of an actor and actress. Even Amber Heard is kind of downplayed in this. Like the way she looks, she's a gorgeous girl. She is really downplayed in the way she looks in this film. She looks like a normal fucking person in this film. She doesn't look like Amber Heard. None of them, they really are dealing with like being just boredom and not knowing where you really fit in or you belong, and just getting into these weird little situations. Especially Lake Bell's character, she is just an awkward fucking person. There are a lot of scenes with her using the bathroom while her husband is in the bathroom brushing his teeth, shit like that you do, I guess, when you've been with somebody that long, which I will never do.
No. I'm tired of people saying that. I'm tired of people saying that shit. Oh, this is something you could. No, never. No.
When I'm in the bathroom, dog, I'm not brushing your teeth and listening to UP. Like that really is some white people stuff, and that's cool, but it's not cool for me. But overall, it's not a complicated film. It's very simple. It's very basic. It is just, it's like a kosher watch.
Is it funny? Because is it supposed to be a comedy?
I thought some of it was funny. Some of it I thought was funny. Like I like Ed Helms. I like Lake Bell. I like Mary Stenberg. I like Paul Reiser in this. I even liked Wyatt Cenac and Amber Heard's relationship. They were my favorite couple in this. And it has some moments where it's trying to be charming, and they introduce even like a massage parlor run by this black woman that's actually a place where you go and get your dick sucked. It is a lot of weird shit in this movie that is happening in this very normal Plainville atmosphere. I enjoyed it. Like even Vivian's character as the antagonist, I thought she was funny because she is just as confused and fucking lost as the rest of these people that she kind of looks down upon. Like it was just a film of wacky, tired characters. They were kind of like, some of them, like Lake Bell was just kind of like felt sterilized in the film. Just be a lost puppy in this film the whole time. Like act like you don't know how to crack an egg with a hammer. Shit. It's just, I enjoy watching shit like that because it reminds you that everything doesn't need a $200 million budget to be made. And sometimes stuff really is just about a very casual script and a casual film. You might watch this shit and it bores you to tears. Other people will watch it and they'll just be like, oh, it's just a simple little movie. It's not too long. Yeah, it's not too crazy.
Yeah, it's about an hour and 45.
Yeah, I mean, it got the job done. I didn't expect much from it. And I feel like it was something that would have been like a Showtime or an HBO original film. I feel like that's where it would have fit best.
Mm.
So overall, for me, if I'm giving it a rating, I would have given it. I'd give it like a 7 out of 10.
Damn, that high?
It did what it set out to do.
Yeah.
I don't know what these other critics are so upset about. I don't know what they were expecting. Maybe I just had my bar way lower, but I saw Lake Bell and I was like, oh, okay. It's like when you see a Brit Marling film, you go, oh, this is gonna be a Brit Marling film. I saw Lake Bell and I was like, this is gonna be a wacky little casual film. And that's what it was. So
Got you. I mean, again, it's another one of those, isn't it? One of the small indie films that's probably not even opening up wide anyway, and you're probably not going to be able to rush out. Like, yeah, this is one of the ones I can definitely tell I would never watch.
I don't think this is for you. No, this is some Charles Theater shit. This is what this is.
Yeah. Like, and I don't know, know what I can deal with some indie films. It's just like, you know what it is? Indie comedy is just, it's like comedy in general is rough. Like it is. It's just I don't know. I actually hate reviewing comedies, to be perfectly honest. I really do, because it's like it's so personal. You know, when you're reviewing comedies, it's such a personal thing. Either you find it funny or you don't, and if you don't, you're not gonna like the fucking movie. So if you like, you can usually tell within the first, I would say 10 minutes of a comedy if you're gonna like it. Mm-hmm. Like I almost want to say with any, because I don't think I've ever been to a comedy where I watched it and I started off not feeling it, and then by the end of the film I was like, oh, you know what, I actually enjoyed that. Like I know either right away or that I'm not gonna like it or I'm gonna like it. Like I'm either in or I'm out. That's what they need to start doing. They start giving you, like, when you walk into a comedy, give it about 10 minutes. In 10 minutes, if I don't laugh or I don't like it, I should be able to get my money back and go to another theater, go to another movie. Because you'll know you're not gonna want to sit through the rest of that. So. Yeah, so, oh, cool. Well, there you guys have it. That is I Do Until I Don't. When does it open officially?
It opens Friday. It opens the 1st.
Well,
wait, that's tomorrow, right? Yeah, it opens tomorrow.
That's tomorrow. So there you guys have it. That is the review for I Do Until I Don't. You can find the rest of our reviews at Movie Trailer Reviews at iTunes, Stitcher Radio, Google Music, or just go to mtrnetwork.net. And find us there. Yeah, and we'll have. It's been people have been talking about this. It's like it's been a slow summer. People are talking about how the box office is down because there's just nothing coming out.
You know? Nothing good. Nothing a lot good. Of shit came out. Well, a lot of shit wasn't.
Yeah, nothing good coming out. Honestly, the reason why we've been slow when doing reviews is we actually just haven't been getting. This is the first summer where we've gone like a couple weeks and not really had like 3 or 4 movies screeners. At least be offered to us in the week. There's been a couple of these weeks where we didn't have a screener because there was nothing coming out.
You know what? Nothing they gave us. We should have been reviewing Netflix original films. That's what we should have been doing.
I think I might start moving towards that. You know,
they're releasing often at this point that when we get a lull period, it might as well be like a theater release because all of us got Netflix accounts. We all know that shit is dropping.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, that's what we did with Defenders. I mean, we broke up our Defenders and stuff. We're reviewing it now, and we just put the last. So if you want to hear our Defenders review, we got 2 parts up already. 3rd part will come next week as we're doing our rewatch again of it. But that's the way, you know. Yeah, that I think that might be the go. Well, you know what it is, and you know, I've been seeing these articles about how the summer box office is slow. It's like because studios now know they can spread their movies out. They're not all trying to put their big, like, I think the biggest thing that's going to hurt, because they're trying to do a big push for War for the Planet of the Apes to get an Oscar push for it. I'm like, the biggest problem with that film is you put it the week after Spider-Man. Like, they should have put that movie out in August. They put that movie out in August, it would have killed, because that is a very it flew under the radar for a lot of people. You know, and it was really, really good, and I can definitely see why they would make an Oscar push for it. But you threw it into you did the typical thing of throwing it into summer, back to back after another blockbuster. You should have put it in August. It would have killed in August because nothing comes out.
War of the Apes.
Huh?
Talking about War of the Planet of the Apes.
Yeah, nothing came out.
It would have had August all to itself.
So, but that's what more films are doing. Like you're spreading things out and letting things go from there, and do that.
Yeah, because like Stephen King's It ain't wasting no fucking time. It is
Yeah.
bringing in September.
Yeah.
We are the first like real September weekend. I know people gonna count the first this weekend as the real one, but they're like, no, we're gonna get the full week September weekend release.
Yeah. It's smart. Like, why try to cram everything into the summer? Like, honestly, I think this summer has been a dump month for films. Films that people know are going to be bad, they dumped them into the summer. And our viewing habits have changed. It used to be that summer was the month because kids are out of school, and that's not how viewing habits work anymore. Now, year round, people go to the movies.
Yep. And it kind of built up to this over the last couple of years because summer film releases got worse and worse and worse. I kind of feel like it started with the summer of Terminator Salvation, and it even got worse when Terminator Genesis or whatever happened. Like that was it. People were like, "This is bullshit." These films that y'all are giving us, and the only thing saving the summer really was Marvel.
Yeah, why waste my time in the summer when I can go? Yeah, it doesn't make any fucking sense. Like, so
no,
yeah, so. Well, there you guys have it. That is a review for I Do Until I Don't, and we'll be back. Until next time, we are out of here. Peace.
Peace.